Hello everyone. It is Jackie with Pocket of Preschool, and tonight we are talking all about positional word activities. So really quickly, in the top of this post, you'll find the link to my curriculum, which has the new positional words math unit in it. So go ahead and grab that. Let's just get right to it. So tonight we're talking all about positional words. And positional words, what is that, right? It's like, let me tell you, it is like next to, between, in front, behind. So it's telling you where something is. And it's in the math curriculum. It's part of Common Core. And it's also a big language component too, right? Because you're explaining and using those vocabulary words. So it's language and it's math, but it's a Common Core standard in math. So that's why it is in the math unit. So again, this is the brand new unit in my Little Learners math curriculum. It's all about positional words. You can go up and grab it. So I'm going to show you the whole unit tonight and tell you tons of activities and books that you can use to teach positional words. And positional words would be a great unit to do if you are teaching remotely. So you could have everybody bring a stuffed animal and they can put it different places. So that's one activity, an example of one activity I'm going to show to you guys tonight. So yeah, and if you need anything else, if you need a link to my blog or to my Amazon favorites, all that to the top of this post too. So just like all my other math units, this one is packed with, it has teacher pages, which has a book list too. It has teacher pages along with photographs of the unit in action, along with any printables you will need, and there are some worksheets included in it as well. But most of the unit is all hands-on activities. So I created posters to explain each word using real photographs. So this one is above, so the balloons are above the girl. The train is going through the tunnel. In front of, the boys are in front of the fence. Next to, the dog is next to the house. And so I'll let you guys keep reading them. But look at these gorgeous photos that I found. And the ones that are kind of opposites, I tried to keep the same photo. So like in and out, they're inside the tent, they're in the tent, they're out of the tent. The other one in front of and behind, it's all, the kids are either in front of a fence or behind a fence. This one is between, under, around, first, and then last. So it's the same photo for first and last, but I put pointing to different parts. And then one thing, and this works for any unit or anything you want to print. If you have a poster like this, maybe you want to hang these on the wall, but maybe you want to use them for an activity too. You can always print them smaller. These are the same posters. I printed just 4 to a page, or you can print them 2 to a page. So you just go in Adobe and then you select print multiple to a page, and you can select the size you want to print. This also works great if you have a smaller classroom or you don't have a lot of wall space. Maybe you want to put these on the wall, but you don't have enough room for these. So maybe you want to print the smaller ones. So these are great to have as big, or you can use them smaller as well. So I wanted to remind you guys about that little fun trick. So all my math units come with a book list. So I want to show you some of the awesome books that I found for positional words. So you can screenshot these if you want. So now we're right side. So if you want to screenshot these, feel free. I got a lot of these on Amazon, but I didn't check to see if that's the cheapest. So you can like kind of search for these. But this one is Where is the Bear? So the bear is different places around the room. Where is the bear? Let me try and find a page where the bear is somewhere. Oh, this one, sorry. This one is Where is Bear? He's constantly asking where's the bear, and you have to find him in the picture. So the bear is behind him. So that's a really good one. Where is the bear? Another good one is Underwear. My kids thought this one was hilarious. Basically, he doesn't want to put his underwear on, so his underwear are all over the place. So that one's really funny. Another one is this. I just got this one today, so I'm going to add this to the book list. But it's a board book, but it's a larger board book. Cat up, cat down, but it's super, super simple. The cat is outside. The cat is inside. The cats are close together. The cats are far apart. So this is also a really great book about opposites. The Greatest Gymnast of All. Bug Dance. Two Little Trains. There's another one. Rosie's Walk. Two of those. The Wind Blew. This whole series, the over and under series, like there's a pond, a rainforest, there's a winter one. They're all listed in this book. And a lot of these you can get through Scholastic. The Wheels on the School Bus is another great one. And I just got this one, so I'm going to add this one to the pack. This book to the book list, but it's The Wheels on the Tuk Tuk. So it's great. So because it's about another culture. So just getting those diverse books in your classrooms, even when you're reading about math. So you could read this one and then read that one after it. Going on a Bear Hunt is another perfect one. And then this is another new one I found. It's Hike, but it's a wordless book. So you can talk about kind of where they are. They're going to go up the path. The tree is between them. So it's a great wordless book. So there you go. So there's a whole bunch of great books because we all know we're always trying to sneak in as much math and everything as we can. So using quality books at Circle Time and sneaking in some math there is one way just to kind of sneak more in. And like I said, all those books are on the book list. Now the fun activities. So everybody loves Lego. So I thought, why not make some STEM Build-It cards for positional words. These are all the different cards. And I just made some clip art and I made a structure. Now they don't have to make it like mine or the ones on the cards, but they can make it any way they want. But they're basically just building something where the person is between. And I know a lot of people they may not have little Lego people. You can use doll house people. But basically, they make a little structure. And in case you don't have little people, I included these little cards. And you just fold it in half. So then you can have little people. Or you could even print out pictures of your students and they could build a structure for them and they could put them or their friends all the different places. And you can also, like let's say everybody built something, you can also call it out. So everybody put your person under a part of your building. So now he's under. Can you put him in between? And then everybody move your person and put him behind. So you can use a lot of these activities that way too. So then they can move it. So they could build for the card or you can have them build something and then they can move the little person around as you say the different positional words. And you don't have to use Legos for this. You could use any kind of blocks or any kind of STEM materials you have. So that is a fun one. Another one is puzzles. And I know if you have my math curriculum, you know all of my units so far have puzzles. So I'm trying to keep these units kind of the same. That way when a kid sees an activity, they kind of recognize how to do it. And it's nothing like brand new that you have to teach. So they kind of do the activity once or twice and then they're like, oh, that one's similar to the last math activity we did. And then they kind of build on there. So these are all puzzles. And the positional words are sometimes kind of tricky. So what I did is in the corner, there's a color. So all the in puzzles have a red dot. All the under puzzle pieces have a green dot. So that way they can kind of self-check because there's either this puzzle piece or this one. So like, let's say maybe they put this one in for in, and they could go, oh, that one's not right because that color doesn't match. So that way there's kind of a self-checking component. That way if you put it out in the center, you can do that too. And then the kids can do it by themselves. But another thing is, and this is with any activity in this pack, you don't have to use all of these words at once. Especially if maybe you have 3-year-olds. All of these words are going to be very overwhelming to a 3-year-old, so just put out maybe half. These are the positional word puzzles that are included in this pack. So another book that I love for positional words is Silly Sally. Silly Sally went to school walking backwards upside down. So why not make a class book about silly friends at school and the way they walk? So what you could do is you could either have the kids print a self-portrait, or you could print a picture out and just put them upside down and then fill in the word. And they could even jump. So they'd be silly Caden went to school walking upside down. You could put jumping, they could draw self-portrait and do all the things. Silly Sally went to school walking backwards upside down. And then now you would have a class book and you could have all the kids with pictures in there. And then they could have their name and they could describe how they're walking or how they're moving upside down. So another fun positional word activity. And if you made a class book, now you're sneaking in some literacy. I know some of you guys love worksheets, so I put 2 different kinds of worksheets in this. This set is just the word with the clip art to match it. So this one would be in, and they would have to trace it. So all of the different words. So maybe you're working on one word, you could do that and send it home. Or there's kind of a sorting. So it's in and out, and then I also, on the clip art at the bottom, I made it so it kind of matches. So if they're, that way it won't be as tricky. So is the soccer ball in or is it out? So each one of them kind of have a set. So there's 4 different images and it's either in or out. And then it's the same with all of these. 4 different images, is it above or under? So all those different ones, because like I said, positional words can be kind of tricky. So those are the worksheets that are included in this pack. There's also an Emergent Reader. So where is the monkey? And you can cut it apart, they can cut it apart, it's up to you. But the monkey is on top of the box, and I use super simple clip art for these. That way, if they read it at home, he jumped over the box. Super simple clip art, because sometimes if you get clip art or are describing things, there's a lot of things in the background, but there's other things going on. It's kind of tricky or hard. So it's just the monkey and a box for this whole little Emergent Reader. So you can do it as a class, and then you can read it at circle. They can put it in their book box, or you can set it home and they can read it at home with their families. So it's another activity included. These are just the simple cards that go with this. So you could use this for an obstacle course. You could have everybody grab a stuffed animal, and this one will be perfect if you are doing distance. I'm gonna try to spell. If you're doing distance learning, so you could have everybody bring a stuffed animal, or you could do it in the classroom. You could grab a stuffed animal, or grab a any like figure from the block center, or a little animal figure, or block, or object for that matter, and you could say, okay, everybody put it in front of you. And they would have to put their animal in front of them. Okay, put it next to you. And then they would have to put it next to them. So this, again, super fun for in the classroom, but again, super fun and simple to do with your kids if you're doing distance learning. And you could even do this, like I said, a couple times to start, or as a transition. Maybe you're switching from one thing to the next. These would be a fun kind of transition game too. So that is another one. And again, these are perfect to do with an obstacle course. So fun. All right, you guys ready for my most favorite one? So this is it. So in this pack, you'll get these little cards, and there's 4 different sets. So this one is the bear. Make sure, sorry, upside down. So it has a bear, and then it tells them where it is. And then you could use bear counters for this. And then to make sure everybody has a tunnel, I included these little rectangle pieces, so it kind of looks like a cave. So all you do is tape it down to your board, or your table or your tray and grab a counter that we all have, and you can say, okay, put the bear in the cave. Put the bear out of the cave. And so basically you're flipping the cards, or they can flip the cards, and they're moving the manipulative around. So this one has a bear, and if you don't want to use the little cards to make a tunnel, like a tunnel type, because there's through, so you want to make sure that they can go through, or you could use like a bowl or a cup too. So there are bear positional words, and then there's ones for a car, and then here's the car tunnel. So again, you get 4 of these, and you can print more, so that way you can do more of it with them, and make the car go through the tunnel or the bridge, make the car go over the bridge, make the car go in front of the bridge. So again, really fun, super simple graphics, but move in and groove in to explore those positional words. And then we also have bugs, because just like with my other math units, I tried to make these not seasonal. You could use this during any season. That way it's not holiday. So you can use it in the spring, in the summer, in the fall, or in the winter. So these are the bug ones, and you can just use your bug counters. It doesn't have to be the same bug that's on here. Put it on the bush, make it go over the bush. Super fun. Oh, and here's an idea. If you don't want to use the little thing that's provided, you can use a cup too. So they can go over, on. And then I had to do a frog one because they're just too cute. So here's the little log. These are the log pieces you'll get, and then you'll just tape it onto your tray or your table. And then these are just those frogs I got from the Dollar Tree. And you can say in front of, put it behind. And again, just positional words. So this one, I want to tell you about this one. So if you're doing the in between, you want to have, that's why there's extra manipulatives on my tray. That way you can put them in between, or you can make them go around, or for around, you can have them slide it around. Kind of add some movement to some of these words. And then we all love food. So I made some food mats, because some of my other units had food mats, and you guys said you love them. I got great feedback from you guys. So you get either, there's black and white cards, or there are colored. And what you would do is just take your mat. I laminated these, but you can use them with like little Oreos or any kind of food. I got a real Oreo cookie. So put the Oreo above the plate. And if you want to hand this off to a parent, parent helper, a helper in your classroom, not that we have helpers right now, but there is a direction card, so that way you don't have to think off the top of your head. You can just read off the sheet. And if you don't want to use, the real food, feel free to use either manipulatives or fake food. So you could say, if you're make it about healthy food, so put it above the plate, make it out of the mat, put it under the plate. So yes, that way, see, just use this direction page so you don't have to think off the top of my head like I'm doing right now. So you have the food mat, which you can use with so many different things. Here's a pet treat mat. So you could use these with those little Scooby snacks, or you could use them with dog bones. Again, these don't have to be food mats, but I wanted to make some because kids love snacks, and sometimes it makes it just engaging enough to where they'll do an activity, or maybe this is a non-preferred activity, so maybe using a treat will make it more engaging for them, because we're always trying to make things fun and engaging, right? And then here's a train, because kids love trains, so I thought, why not use animal crackers with your train, so they can put it above the engine, on the track, in between the tree, all of that. And then goldfish. I mean, goldfish are a staple in the classroom, right? We always have goldfish. So I just have a little aquarium. And again, if you don't want to use real goldfish snacks, or maybe you can't, just grab some ocean animal counters and use those. And then the last set of activities I have, it's another mat, but you get little puppets with this one. So you get a mat, and then the kids pick a card, and they have to put the puppy or the object wherever that is. So put the dog in the house, and then they would just keep picking the cards until they would be all out of cards. So get it out of the house, put it in between the house and the dog bowl. So put it in between the house and the dog bowl. So that's a fun one. And then there's 4 sets of these. So there's the puppy with the dog mat. There's also a bird with a tree. And you can use a counter with this, but you get little puppets with it too. And you just tape it on the back of a popsicle stick. So that way they can move it on the mat. And then this one is treasure. So this one, they would make it out of the treasure, or you could use, again, a manipulative. So you pick what you want to use. You can use like coins, you can use like a little piece of like treasure, whatever your teacher heart desires. And then another one, the last one is where's the plane? So again, you could use plane counters from your transportation set, or you get the little puppet so they can pick the card, put it in between the cloud and the plane, or put the plane in between the cloud and the sun. So it's another fun one. So that is my positional words unit, and it's brand new. It's part of the math curriculum, and I know some of you guys are asking. Where the trays are from. These trays are from the Target Dollar Spot during back to school or whenever they have school things. You can also get these at Lakeshore and Michael's sometimes. And then the other question is, people are always ask, how do I organize it? So I'm backwards. There we go. So I am putting my math curriculum in these rainbow drawers from Michael's. And I'm probably, since I made the math curriculum bigger, I added 2 more units to it. So there's counting to 10, counting 11 to 20, 2D shapes, 3D shapes, patterns, colors, graphing and sorting, measuring, positional words, and then there's addition and subtraction is coming, 3D shapes is coming, and counting like to 100 mini pack is coming. So there'll be 3 more units coming. So I'll probably get another set of rainbow drawers to put the rest of my math curriculum in it. And it comes with labels. So it comes with these small labels, it comes with these covers, and then it also has different sizes. So that way if you have totes or something, you pick the label size that works for your container. So we know it's hard. All the curriculums, all the things, I'm trying to make it easy to help you guys stay organized. So you can either put it in these little three, what are these, like plastic sleeves, and then I literally just like slide it in, like here's this, and I just have it right inside for that unit, and I can slide it back in, and then I have all the pieces laminated and in baggies for each unit. Because you can either sprinkle this in, so you can use this for like RTI, small group, or you can teach a unit like per month. It's up to you. So I personally sprinkle it in and use it as needed with different kids during small group. So that's why I have it in drawers, so I can easily pull out things that I would need for different kiddos. Or you can, if you're a binder person, you can put it in binders too. There are binder spines included for you. That way, you can do what works for you. I hope you guys have an awesome night.